Hey there, you want to see something cool? Come, check this out. Yeah, that's right, baby. That's right. I'm rolling with a 62 kilowatt hour, baby. 62. Right on. For a whole week. Okay, we're in Ito, and they were saying, but James, you're already in Ito, you didn't shoot any video. Yes, I did. It was dark, though. I left early in the morning, and I got here early in the morning. Drove about 4 hours just to go 100 miles, because I took all the back roads, and nothing but lights. That was a challenge in itself. But yeah, I didn't shoot any dash cam video yet. I'll do that later. But I did take notes of what my setting, what the readings were before I left, and then when I got here. And don't have a need to charge yet. When I do, I brought my OBD2, so I'm going to give you all kinds of details on battery information when I start charging the puppy up. So let's go back in time and start off with the trip, and I'll see you when you're done, when you catch up to me. All right, bye. Oh, good morning. 12:47 in the morning to be exact, on a Wednesday. What is it, March 27th? As you can see, I fully charged this car, which was quite tricky. Even at 85%, it took forever. I had to do 2 quick charges, and I had to finish up the rest at my house, which was like another hour after that. It's crazy. It's just crazy. So, got fully charged up in eco mode. Eco mode, we're showing 463 kilometers. Out of eco mode, 436. Now it's 462 because the car's been sitting and wasn't on for a while. Let's see. Temperature. Let's see. I haven't used this thing in a while. That was not what yeah, it'd be helpful if I could see what I was doing. Turn the fog lights off so I don't blind the people across the street. Oh, they are? They're off? Oh, I know. There we go. Alright, there we go. Now I can see what I'm doing. Fully charged. Battery temp is still below the medium mark. It's been cold lately, so it's not been a very warm battery. Not much regen. It doesn't get the best regen right now. But yeah, it is what it is. What are we listening to? From where I charged it at the nearby charger to my house, I was averaging 8.2 kilometers per kilowatt hour. It's not bad. And yeah, let's see here. Let me zero this stuff out. Start all over from fresh. And we are ready to go. Okay. Let me zero out the trip meter. Starting from fresh, from scratch. So 462 kilometers. Which, guys, look at that, 462 with a 62 kilowatt hour battery pack. That's really good. That's really good. Once again, it's because of the country I live in. Speeds are ridiculously slow over here. So anything larger than 60 kilowatt would be kind of overkill, ridiculous, really, for this country. It's a small country, so that's more than enough range. For where we're going, we were going to go far. I had planned a 800 kilometer round trip to really do a good range test and battery test with this car. Even though I couldn't use the highways, I just can't use the highways. This thing it's not set up for using highways. The ETC system is not hooked up. So I couldn't do the highways, so I was going to take the back roads and just drive really far. And it can't go fast, but I can drive really far and charge up a couple times and just see how it would handle that kind of trip. I wanted to give you guys that. But then I thought about, this is a brand new car. This car is brand spanking new, and it's really not meant to be a loaner car. They didn't have any loaner cars available, so they loaned me the the test drive car. I shouldn't be putting that much kilometers on it. That'd be really bad of me to do. So we're gonna do a smaller trip. It's where we always go, pretty much. It's we know it's almost exactly 160 kilometers, 100 miles exactly to the location, and so it'll be a 200-mile round trip. So I should be able to do it no problem without charging. Used to be with my original Leaf, you'd have to charge once when you got down there, and then maybe even one more time after driving around a little bit, and then to charge one more time to come home. And with this car, I can go down there, drive around a little bit, travel, visit around, look around, and then come home. And it should be, on paper, I shouldn't have to charge until I get back home. So that should be interesting. One little tidbit of news: this car, it's meant for at least 100 kilowatt charger. Really, the best I have is like 44 kilowatts. They call those 50 kilowatt chargers over here. It's really only about 44 kilowatts. And so obviously that from like 60% and up, it doesn't do anything to the battery temp. No problems at all. It will be interesting to see how it reacts to, if I get down to 10%, 20%, I'd like to see how the battery reacts to that kind of temperature, because then it will be able to go longer at the higher amperage rates. When I did plug it in the first time, I was at 60%. I plugged it in, charged it up to 80%, and from there, I've never seen the quick charger actually move that kind of amps. It was 400 volts, and the amps were over 100. It's like 104 amps, and on my original Leaf, it never went over 80 amps. It usually dropped down pretty quick. So this car can handle the full juice. So it'll be interesting to see how quickly it'll heat up the battery from a lower charge rate. Yeah. Anyways, that's it for now. Let's get going. All right, we just got here. It's 5:30 in the morning. 8 degrees centigrade outside, and showing in eco mode 289 kilometers available. Out of eco mode, 273 kilometers available still. Battery's at 64%. And battery temp is doing really good. Actually a little low. Yeah, so 288, 164. What is it? It looks like 452.5 kilometers in total, looks like. That's really good. That's really good. And I was having used the air conditioning a lot to defog my windows, because we were going through mountains, up and down to the mountains. And so the temperature kept changing quite a bit, which would fog up my windows. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Let's see, what's my kilometers per kilowatt hour showing? 7.8. Not great, but that's to be expected with all the air conditioning in the mountain passes. I was doing really good. I was averaging, at the beginning when I was going through Tokyo, I was at 475 kilometers of range. But that didn't last too long. Since I got to Yokohama, it started dropping fast. So yeah. That's crazy. This number here is so ridiculous, because my original Leaf, the first gen Leaf, what was it? It's full charge. The best I've ever gotten at full charge is 220 miles. This is at 64%, 224 kilometers. No, I never got that good. More like about 210 kilometers I got on the full charge. This is showing 288 at 64%. It's just so weird for a Leaf to have these numbers showing. It's so strange. It's surreal. Anyways, I'll talk more later. I'm tired. So yeah, there you go. I'm tired, and I've only slept probably about an hour. I fell asleep in the car, no problem. I was pretty exhausted, but I woke up about an hour later to some idiot in this parking lot. They went to take a shower. When they left, I don't know what happened, but their car alarm started going off, and so it just woke me right up. Just going. What we're gonna do is, as you can see, the mileage is crazy on this car. I mean, it's just it's so different. It feels like the same as if I had a Tesla. It really does, as far as range goes. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna set the dash cams. We're gonna take a drive. We're gonna go somewhere we've never been before. And what I'm gonna try to do, it looks like, let me turn the car on. Turn the car on here. And why does it always go to that screen? Let me check it out. Battery test staying the same. I'm at 63%, showing 285 kilometers in eco mode, and 269 out of eco mode right now. I was using the heater this morning when I tried to take a nap. That's crazy. It's 164 kilometers exactly, pretty much, from here to my house. So I have plenty left over. I can still drive around for a while and then head home, and I won't have to charge up. I want to get the battery as low as possible for best results. Yeah, I found out with this car, this car at 64% has more range than my original Leaf had at 100%. So really, I guess it really isn't a problem that this right now this car is not easy to charge. But if you only keep it between like 30 and 60 or 30 and 70%, it's not really that difficult. You don't have to charge up to 80. You don't even have to charge up to 80 on this car. Which also brings me to the next point is battery life probably is not going to be an issue for most people, the 40s and the 60s after all, because the range issue is so different. And since you don't have to even charge up to 80%, like even the 40 probably can get away with 70% over here, I'm saying over in Japan. You can get away with 70% charge max and go down to 30%. And you probably get like for just everyday driving, probably 2 or 3 days before you have to charge up again. And so you're not going to worry about cooking your battery that often with these cars. Only long trips. And I did a medium-sized trip today. For Japan, this is a medium-sized trip. I've traveled 164.5 kilometers. That's because it really is 160 kilometers even. But this navigation system, wow, it's really bad. And it's a brand new navigation. The map is brand new. It's updated. It kept making me turn off and doing these weird things. I had to keep doing U-turns and getting back on it. It was insane. The thing was schizophrenic. It was just acting crazy. So yeah, I was a little bit off course, and it slowed me down and got me in a bad mood. I just wanted to get here. I was tired. So yeah, the navigation's really bad. It's really bad. I mean, really bad. I'd rather use my phone's, Google Maps over this. Hell, I'll use Apple Maps over this navigation system. That's how bad it is. So yeah, so I got lots of juice still. I got 63%, and I'm showing, like I said, 284 kilometers. That's more than enough to drive around here quite a bit and then head home. And when the battery's down to hopefully 10 or 8%, I'll charge from there. And with the OBD2, we can so I can give you a good car review, give you guys a good review. I've got lots of information about this car. I'll give you more information throughout this video on my feelings and thoughts on this car. But also we can see, is this car going to be even worse than the 40 as far as rapid gate goes, if there is a rapid gate anymore? We'll find out together with when I get back to my hometown. Okay, let's get going, and let's get these dash cams up and stuff. All right, see you soon. video coming up, but this is a really steep grade. It was only 9 miles, or not even 9 miles, 9 kilometers away from where we left, and it's a tall mountain. We haven't even finished going up yet. So it's a pretty cool mountain. I think it's a dormant volcano, and it's pretty amazing. It's really smooth and green usually. I think it's starting to turn green again. You can't see, but there's a lot of people on the top right now walking around up there. Anyways, we're gonna drive up there, finish driving up there, and yeah, I stopped here because I thought maybe I could do some dronage here. It's a little windy though, isn't it? Kind of windy today. Don't know if I want to risk it. It's pretty windy right now. I don't know. I think there might be some cherry trees up at the top, and yeah, then we'll talk more about the car soon. Don't worry, we're getting to the car. All right, I made it to the gondolas. We have made it to the top as far as top we can go until we take the gondolas. Okay, so when we left, we were at 63%. We're showing 56% battery now. What is that? That's well, that's 4, 5, 6, 7% battery use. 7% to get up to the top. I can't remember what the kilometers was showing when we left, but a lot. You know, it was a steep climb, and this car does get regenerate. You know, it does regenerate going down the mountains, but not near as much as my van or the original Leaf because of the battery, you know, just because of the size of the battery. So it'll be interesting to see what we get at the bottom. That's why I'm recording this right now. I want to see what kind of regenerative braking do we get? What kind of energy back into the battery do we get on this kind of car? So anyways, I will see you again soon. So far, my first impressions on the car are it's amazing. It's an amazing car. Especially for a country that we can't even get the 3 yet over here. And if you can't get the 3, if it's not available, it's a good replacement in a way. If the 3 was available, I would still probably not be able to recommend it because 3 gives you get a lot more features with the 3. You got the automatic updates. You don't get any updates with the Nissan. If you want an update, you have to buy a new car. So that's a big deal to me. So as far as range and price goes, about the same. It's really about the same as the Model 3, I think. I won't know until it gets over here, and hopefully I can test drive a Model 3 when it gets over here. So yeah, but impressions are it's really good. Handling is pretty good. The steering is pretty light. There's not much tactile feedback. That's weird. It reminds me of my dad's old Buick. Very light steering, like light touch. And this is the first Leaf I've ever been scared to flirt. It's got a ton of, I guess what you call it, torque steering. It's really bad, and it's scary. You don't have a lot of control when you're first off the line with that torque. I don't, you know, that's the problem with front wheel drive and, you know, having the, you know, front wheel drive with that much torque. It's ridiculous. Yeah, but it's fun at the same time. And I'll get back to more pretty soon. Apologize for the video quality. My good camera, the battery's getting pretty weak, so I'm saving it for other scenes. Yeah, this is where electric cars shine, the EVs shine. Today, we don't have much money ourselves right now. You guys know the situation, but yet I wanted to take my wife on a little couple-day trip, and I also wanted to, since I got a hold of the car, want to do a nice review for you guys as well. And it's not costing us a thing. Everyone else is spending a lot of money on fuel. And right now, gas prices are high because it's spring break. And to come up the mountain and to go down, they don't get anything. We get to we get some of our energy back. We get to make energy going down this mountain instead of wasting our brake pads. That's awesome. Still, I'll never get used to that. I love it. All right, well, let's take a look here. We are showing 245 kilometers range at 56%. That's insane. That's still better than my Leaf when it was new could do at 100%. That's just insane. I've traveled 177.4 kilometers so far since I left the house. And it's 13 degrees centigrade outside right now. Keep that in mind, guys, because we're about to go down. It'll be interesting to see where we're at when we get to the bottom. All right. See you soon. All right, climbing up this mountain with all these pine trees in the background of me and all these curvy roads. Yeah, it's really, it hits you in this car with it being so quiet and so smooth and so easy and effortless to go up these mountains. And like I said, so quietly that you hear everything. You get to experience all of nature. It's quite an amazing experience, quite an amazing feeling. It's very unique compared to a gasoline car or even a motorcycle. You get to hear the wind going through the trees, the birds chirping, everything. Just a little bit of tire noise once in a while in a corner, a little bit of whine from the motor. It's really an amazing experience, and we are just climbing right now. While I'm climbing and talking, I guess I might as well go into some of the things I've discovered not discovered, but rediscovered. Rediscovered. My old Leaf has some of the same problems that they have not fixed yet. A-pillars, big deal. A-pillars are a problem, especially on the winding curves. You got motorcycles coming at you. They are in my blind spot, something fierce. I have to be so careful. So careful. Another negative on this car would be the navigation. I said that earlier. Navigation is just useless, and it's only a 7-inch display. I think American model has an 8-inch, but in Japan it's only a 7-inch display. That's a negative, big time. Another negative for Japan is we only have 50 kilowatt chargers, which really aren't even 50. They're like 44 kilowatt chargers for charging this thing right now. So that's, if you're taking a long trip like we are, you're going to be waiting a long time to charge up again. So that's a kind of a negative as well. Not really on the car, but on the fact that it's not a good network yet. Another negative, and it's really hitting me now that I'm taking this long trip this thing, the center console, it gets me in my leg, and as a matter of fact, I even have a mark on my knee. It hurts. It hurts bad. And if I put my leg like this, but sometimes when I'm driving, I need to move my leg around. If it's on a long trip, and it's just not comfortable when I put my foot up close. I have to keep my foot extended. So that's a negative as well. That's about it for negatives. Seats are pretty comfortable. Maybe a little firmer than the original Leaf seats, but basically the same. Door panels are the same. Dash, I'm not a big fan of the new dash. You guys know I like the older dash. But the power on this thing is incredible. If you want to have fun, this will scare you. This thing will definitely scare you. The power is out of control. The torque steer is ridiculous when you first get on it. As a matter of fact, these tires, they're good grippy tires on it, but even they have a hard time holding on. It just keeps slipping. Your traction control light just keeps blinking on, off as they slip. Lots of torque, lots of power. So you get that in your steering. So it's a little. I think they did it on purpose. I think they did that on purpose. They wanted to scare you a little bit. They wanted us to feel really powerful. It does. It's not Tesla grade power, but it feels really close, especially when with that torque steer, it being front wheel drive. It'll thrill you. It'll thrill you. Definitely doesn't feel anything like the original Leaf, and the range still blows my mind. We've been driving all over the place. With my original Leaf, I would have to travel. After traveling from our house, before we got to Ito, I'd charge one time. That's from 100% charge. Then we drive around Ito a little bit, charge up a little bit more at the convenience store. If you watch my videos, you'll see it. Then we drive around some more, and then head back home. And on the way home, I have to charge one more time. So 3 quick charges for my original Leaf. This car, I can do everything I've done and still go home on the same charge, no charging necessary. So that's really impressive, very impressive. Down the bottom, and I was right. Not much regen. However, part of it's my fault. I didn't trust the navigation system, so I didn't use it. And I ended up taking a wrong turn. I went all the way. I went down, and then I went right back up, and I ended up right back where I started, at the top of that, I guess at the bottom of the mountain, right where the gondolas are. I ended up right there. I was like, what? So I did a big circle. I think we left at 56%. I think it was 56, something like that, when we left the gondolas. And I got it back to 53%, and now I'm down to 52 right now. I'm showing for a total range 231 kilometers for total range. I went down even more. So it's really easy. When you start going up, you just see your gasometer just go, just drops like crazy. I didn't lose a lot. I lost like 7%. That was a really steep grade going up that mountain. So I didn't lose a lot of battery, but my gasometer just dropped. The range meter dropped. And so, yeah, and you don't get it back. I got like maybe 2% coming down that mountain. Lost 7, maybe 2% coming down. Not good. Not good for regenerative braking. Of course, keep in mind my battery is still it's not the hottest battery. Let me show you. Let's drop it down to the battery. See, it's getting there, but it's not even at the warm level yet. It's not even at the optimum operating temperature yet. So, yeah, it is what it is. 12:24 p.m. right now, 18 degrees centigrade outside, and we're back where we left from, that little parking area we camped at. I'm gonna head back soon, and I can't do high speeds, but I figured we're going through a lot of mountains. I have to go through mountains again going home. I thought, you know, that is a lot of motor usage. We're not going fast, but we're using a lot of motor to go up the hills and stuff, and then a lot of regen coming down. I thought that might be similar to going like a steady speed of 50 miles an hour, but I don't think so, because the battery temperature is just not moving. And I've seen Lemon-Tilly with his 40 cruising along on the highway. His battery temp goes up pretty good. Wait a minute, did it just go up? Did it just pop up? Doesn't it look higher now? No, I guess not. It looks... Well, that's the battery. I'm sorry, that's the battery temp. I got confused. I'm so tired, guys. I'm working off of like 2 hours sleep, so if I make mistakes, I apologize. And I'm apologizing for the quality of the video. Because I'm tired, it's probably not my usual quality, but I'm doing the best I can. When we get back to my hometown, let's charge up, and I'll plug in the OBD2, and we can watch those battery temps then and see how that does. Keep in mind that these are basically like our high power chargers over here, 50 kilowatt chargers, are for this battery. They're gentle chargers, so it might not be much to look at. We'll find out. All right, talk more later.
Landing.
All right, stuck in traffic, and well, when you're stuck in traffic in a Nissan Leaf, or most likely a Tesla, you're in good shape, because fully autonomous driving, pretty much fully autonomous driving, just takes care of everything for you. The steering wheel is engaged, and if I just lean my knee just a little bit against it, just lightly against it, it just stays engaged the whole time. All you have to do is, when the cars start going, hit the resume mode. It will go. It's smooth as silk. As a matter of fact, I think it feels a little bit better, a little bit like they've made minor changes to it since the last time. And that's what I was told. I was told they're going to do that. Every time they come out with a new product, it's going to be a little bit more refined. And it feels just a little bit more refined. And that's cool and all, but like I said, that's why I prefer Tesla. Tesla, all the cars get it. No matter what year you bought it, they're all going to be the same quality updates, the same updates, same quality autonomous driving. Not on the Nissan cars. If you want the best, you have to buy the latest version. So anyways, I just want to let you guys know about that. That's pretty cool. I was thinking about other things. I'm just so tired, and I should write this stuff down because my brain is just not working right now. I apologize. What I'll probably do is I'm going to finish this up tomorrow a little bit too. When we're going to do the charging tonight, but I'll do a little more tomorrow, and I'll just summarize everything, try to pack everything in a nice little summary. So if you guys are getting bored, skip on to the end and just scan past the battery charging part, and that'll be my summary of everything about this car, the likes and dislikes and everything. It has some points I want to talk about with this car. Yeah, like I said, the ProPilot it's a little bit more refined than last time. I'm really liking it. It seems to be working a lot better. It works on more streets now. than it used to. It's smoother. It doesn't brake as hard. It's a much smoother braking on it. I do like that. It's got some weird. They finally put the turn signal, the lane change signals over here. They've been over on the 40 kilowatt over in Europe and America, but not over here. They finally added it to this car. That's nice. My Honda has that. For some reason I'm not getting any kind of road sign. It's supposed to have what is it called? Road sign. What's it called? I'm so tired. It's supposed to recognize the road signs and project what your speed and stuff is on the dashboard. It's not working. I don't know. Maybe they didn't do it. Maybe they took that out. I don't know. But it's not on here. This navigation system is driving my wife and I nuts. I really, really recommend not getting the navigation if you live in Japan. I think America is different because it's it's a whole different system over there, including it's actually an 8-inch sat nav versus 7-inch over here. But if you live in Japan, you're gonna get stuck with this if you buy this car because it just comes standard. But try not to use it. This sat nav is just awful. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. Seat heaters work great. Really hot. Everything works smooth. And what's really cool about this car, because of the battery pack, you can use the heater and it doesn't hardly affect your range at all. Not like the first gen. You don't hardly notice a difference. It's incredible. Everything's incredible about the car and range. It blows my mind. I'm at 41%. I'm showing 190 kilometers. That's what my Leaf can do on its best day in the state it was when I sold it. The battery was at 84%, I think, health, and on 100% charge. If I tried really hard, I'm talking really hard, I could maybe get close to 190 kilometers. At 41%, this thing's 190 kilometers. It's insane. It's really doing great. Anything else I can think of for points that are different? There's not hardly anything different, guys. I was wrong about this car, I think, because of its massive battery, its extremely huge range. You don't have to charge it to 100%. You don't have to, if you're just using it for mostly daily driving or even taking short trips, like medium range trips, it's not going to be a problem. Long range trips, you're going to have some heat issues probably, possibly. We'll find out. But for medium range trips, you're not going to have any troubles because it's the way it is. You guys have more chargers available. We don't have any high-speed chargers available for this car yet. So that'll be interesting to see what people are getting over in Europe and America with the higher speed chargers. But yeah, I really can. The battery is not going to be a problem. You're not going to overheat the battery with this car because you'll probably only be charging 60-70% most of the time and drive it till 30%. That's still going to take a long time to go down. I'm averaging about 7 kilometers per percent. I was doing about 7 kilometers a percent on this battery. That's insane. 7 kilometers a percent. So you can imagine. You can work it out. What that is, but it's like 3 times the range of a 24, which makes sense. About 3 times the size of the battery. So I really, maybe I was wrong about these cars, especially the 40. I think the 40 is really great for Japan, and I think it's working out great for a lot of other people, other countries. This car, when it comes out in Europe and America, it is going to be basically the same price as a 3, and I wouldn't recommend it. I would take the 3 over this. But in areas where you can't get the Model 3, like Japan, like us, or there are some countries that can't get Teslas, this is a good substitute. It's really good. It's sophisticated, has a nice feel to it. The suspension it's not too hard, but it's a nice firm suspension. So it's like you're on rails. You can take corners really well on this thing, no problem, no tire screech or anything. It's just great handling, super quiet, just solid car, just like the first gen Leaf was. A lot of fun to drive with this new motor, man. If you want to scare it, it'll scare you. But what's nice about it is you always have you're not going to get pushed around. You got so much power. this thing will definitely blow away most things on the road. And so you have plenty of power to merge or pass. You're not going to have problems with this car at all. No one's going to push you around on this car, which is a nice feature too. Yeah, guys, I'm really impressed with this so far. And I'll do more detail when I'm going to have to write some stuff down tonight or tomorrow morning, and when I do my summary. But for all you guys that are impatient, the 40 and the 60, I think they are decent cars. The battery, not near as durable as a Tesla, but for most people's use, you won't be charging it to 100% very often. It really won't. It's just huge range. Okay, I'll talk more later. Bye. So, update time. We're stuck in really bad traffic, but the car's doing it all for me. Check it out, guys. Isn't that cool? I just keep my knee here. I don't know if you guys can see it because I can't see what I'm filming. Yeah, can you film it for me? Thanks. I just keep my knee here, and the car just does everything else for me. It creeps. This is one thing my Honda can't do. My Honda has something similar to this system, but only engages at 60 kilometers an hour plus, and that's with all the Hondas, not just my K car. This is one thing that's nice about the Pro Pilot on the Nissan cars. It'll work at any speed, and including the steering. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool for this kind of traffic. This comes in handy. I keep my eye on everything. Of course, I'm watching everything. I'm not playing video games or anything. I keep my eye on everything, but it just makes it not so stressful. It really does. So I haven't been shooting any. I stopped shooting the dash cam video because it's getting dark and we're stuck in bad traffic. If it clears up and we get close to Tokyo, I'll stick the dash cam back on the car. We'll get some shots of Tokyo, going through Tokyo with this car, hopefully. I'll just give you a quick update. 33% in the battery, showing. Still showing 158 kilometers on the rangeometer or gasometer, whatever you want to call it. I've traveled almost 300 kilometers round trip. I can do that. Let's see. You can see it. I've traveled 295.7, almost 300 so far, kilometers total so far. And yeah, we're at 6:30 p.m., 17 degrees. Yeah, you can tell there's a time difference from last time I talked to you, and I haven't gone much further. It's because we had to take a break. I was just exhausted. So I found a place I could just relax for like an hour or two. And I caught up on the YouTube video. I was replying to you guys on my YouTube video that I put up this morning showing the drone footage. So that's what I've been doing. And we're back on the road now. Click. And letting the car drive itself. That's so cool. That is so cool. I like that.
Jack it up.
Well, I'm back at my hometown in my usual place, Charger, and I hope you guys enjoyed the tour, the EV tour of Tokyo. Okay, let's get busy here. Let's look at the numbers. All right, check it out, guys. Look at that. 383.2 kilometers traveled since I've left. Let's take a look. 384. Is it 384? Maybe it's 384. No, 383. 383.2. 383.2 since we left the house. Showing 76 kilometers still on the rangeometer at 16% battery. That's just amazing itself. That's just crazy. And if you come down here, sorry for the sniffles. Look at the battery temp. Hasn't changed all day today. So doing good on battery temp. And I got to cheat a little bit. When I got through Tokyo, I was able to jump on a highway and come home pretty quick on the highway. Go about 80 kilometers an hour. It was about 50 miles an hour home. So I got to do that. That was fun because ProPilot was pretty cool there. Yeah. So those are the numbers. Let's add that up. Sorry. Let's see. We're looking at 459, right? Looks like 459 kilometers possible. 459 kilometers. And I know these used to be called gasometers with the original Leaf, but we found out through both my video I made on the original 40 kilowatt hour Leaf and Limit T Leaf as well. These things, they don't guess. They're pretty much right on the money. Don't think you have extra when it says like 2 kilometers or 5 kilometers. That's all you got pretty much. These things are really accurate. So that's really good. Those numbers are very impressive. And I was no help. I was just kept making mistakes coming home. Again, I probably could have done a lot better. Traffic was awful. I had a lot of mountains to travel. I also did a lot of U-turns and stuff. It was crazy. So, considering all that, that's really good. Oh, let me show you my kilometers per kilowatt hour. I could have done better. I know I could have done better. 8.3 kilometers per kilowatt hour, which isn't bad. I'm getting the hang of this car. I think I could do better. But like I said, maybe not today. Traffic was really bad, and I went through all kinds of mountains. lost some olives. So, probably could not have done better today with that. All right. Now, the fun part. Let me get my OBD2. I will plug in my OBD2, and we will. I'll take a screenshot of the status right now, and as a control, and we'll plug in the quick charger, and we will see just what it's going to look like in a few, hopefully an hour and a half. Hopefully, I can charge to 80%. Normally, I wouldn't. Normally, I would just charge to 60. If this was my car, 60%, maybe 70 max. Normally, I wouldn't charge to 80, but this is for science. This is for everybody out there. So let me get set up, and I'll be right back. Okie dokie, guys. So now I have my main camera. However, that battery is really low, so hopefully it'll last. Let me open up my Leaf Spy. Okay, and I need to set it up for this car. I think I would set it for a different car. Yeah, I do. This car is a 2019 60 kilowatt hour Leaf. Done. All right, here we go. Can I go this way? Yeah. Let's take a look here. I will take a screenshot for you guys. There we go. Boom, screenshot. Looking at the amperes is 175.34. State of health is 99.40%. HX is 106.83%, which is really good. And the cells look interesting. There's only one group of cells where it looks a little uneven, right? If you look at this picture, you'll see red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue. But then you get down between 70 and 80, and there's all 3 blue in a row there. Oh, it's just switched. Now we got 3 blue, 3 blue, 3. Okay, never mind. I guess that's normal. Temperatures. Let's look at the temperature. That's important. Let me take a screenshot of that. You don't have to look. You don't have to look at the camera. All right, now let's take a look at that. So looks like we are doing fine on temperatures. The first sensor is 18.7. Second sensor is showing 20. Third sensor is showing about 19, and the fourth sensor same. Okay, so let's plug it in and start charging and see how it looks from there. State of charge at 24.5% on Leaf Spy. Okie doke. Let's get a shot of the screen, the charge screen. There's the amperage, 107 amps at 350 volts. That's as powerful as it can get, but I've never seen, well, I usually see 400. This charger is a little weak, but I've never seen the amperage that high on my car, my Leaf or my van. Usually about 80 amps is the highest I've seen it. Let's see how long that'll last too. How long will it stay? Oh, it's already dropping. It's already dropping. No, wait, that's okay. This is changing. That's changing. All right, let's take a look here on the dash as well. What we got going. Showing 37 kilowatts going into the car. Yeah, I thought that was a 50 kilowatt charger. That is not even a 50 kilowatt charger. 37 kilowatts is all it's showing. They're saying it'll take 2 hours to get to 80% at that. Yeah, that makes sense if it's not 50. Ay caramba, this is not gonna be a really good test, is it, guys? That's why I thought this was a 50. This would be a good one to try on. At 37 kilowatts, which is better than a convenience store charger, that's gonna be really gentle to this battery. This battery is a 62 kilowatt hour battery. That's not gonna. I don't think we're gonna have to worry about temperature too much with this thing. I don't know. We'll find out. But that's a really gentle charger for this kind of battery. Yeah.
No, but surprise.
20, 19, 18. Showing 20.1, 20.9, 19.8, 19.4. It is warming up. Even on this charger, it is warming up. Let me take a picture of that. Oops, that was. Yeah. So there you go. It is gonna warm up the battery, but not as much as if you guys use a 100 kilowatt charger. I don't have access to that, so I was hoping to get at least a 50 kilowatt charger. Gives an idea. if this battery gets, and it might, because it's going to take, I have to do, it looks like at least 3 charges to get close to 80%, maybe 4. Even on this charger, that should heat up the battery. That should do it. We'll see though. Alright, check this out. This is interesting. We started the charge at 10:21 p.m. It's now 10:39, almost the 20-minute mark. And we start at 16% battery, already up to 37% in that short period of time. And look at that. It's actually going up. The charger is going up. Showing 39 kilowatts instead of 37, and 1.5 instead of 2 hours to charge it. That's good news. So what it was doing, it looks like it was warming the battery up, because the battery is definitely getting warmer. We're up to the halfway point there. Let's take a look at what my lease buy has to say about it. Hard to do with all my hands full. Let's see here. Oh yeah, it's gone quite a bit. We started with 19, but now we have 26.2. Let me make a screenshot. That didn't work. No, that didn't work. Try again. There we go. All right, now we can go together. Go over this together. 26.3, 24.7. And 23.7, so the temperature is going up. Quite quickly now. It's starting to raise quickly. 39% of the battery, showing 185 kilometers at 39%. That's insane. 186 kilometers at 40%. 87. It's really speeding up now. What are we looking at? It's going good now, getting some speed on it. And the battery temp is holding steady right now, 26.4, 24.8, and 23.9. Alright, back more later. Alright, just started the second charge, and let's take a look at the numbers. Flip this around. So the first charge got us to 49%. You see that? Yeah, 49%. Still showing the same here, right now. So it hasn't slowed down yet. At 50%, still saying the same speeds as when I first did the first time. But if you go to the car, it's speeding up on the car side, on the car's end. Take a look here. I'm gonna turn on the heater for my wife. She's cold. Alright, so still showing 39 kilowatts there. That's good. Battery temp is going up still. 51% showing 222 kilometers. At 51%, you can go 222 kilometers. That's really impressive. I think I did a good job on the kilometers per kilowatt hour. That's why it's looking better than before. That's cool. I think Nissan will appreciate that when they get the car back. If they charge it 100%, it's going to say, what, something like 490 probably, 490, 480 kilometers on one charge. Who knows, something like that. All right, good. All right, talk more later. All right, not even finished with the second charge, and we're already up to 81% showing on both the charger and the car. Look at that. It did slow down quite a bit. We're down 35 kilowatts by now, but showing only 48 minutes left to charge up to full at current speeds. At 81%, we're showing 376 kilometers. You can go. That's crazy. It's still going up, 377. Battery temp is going up, but nothing like when I test drove the 40. It's nothing like that. It's still going pretty good speed, and yeah, but of course, granted, like I said, the battery pack's a lot bigger. You run this on a 100 kilowatt charger. It'll be interesting to see how that works out on a what they consider a 50 over here. It's hanging in there. Let me do a screen grab of my battery information. Okay, that didn't work. Try again. There we go. Alright. Showing on the battery cells 34.8, 33.8, oh no, 35, 33.8, and 32.4 for temperatures. Battery temps. Boom. So it's getting up there, but nothing serious yet. It shows halfway on the that's still the halfway mark on the car's battery temp gauge. So yeah, batteries are doing much better than the last time I test drove the 40. Much better. No rapid gate issue over here, it looks like, and it charged really fast. I'm at 82%. Session's just about to finish. About a minute left on the session. Maybe a little more. And yeah. There we go. Showing 83% and 383 kilometers off of that charge. Awesome. Awesome. All right. I will see you again in a few seconds, and I'm going to talk about sorry about that. The battery went dead, but that's okay. I was tired. Wife was tired. We charged at 83% when we went home. But I did get some good information from that. First thing I got was I need a 100 kilowatt charger to really know how this car is going to do. I don't have that over here, so we'll have to wait on that. But as far as Japan goes with the 50 kilowatt chargers, no problem at all with this car. I noticed very little battery temperature increase. We only got to about 50, on 50% way on the meter on the car, and it charged pretty quicker than they said in the catalog. I went from 16% to 83% in 1 hour, which that's pretty good actually for a 50 kilowatt charger, which wasn't even really 50 kilowatts. It was a pretty gentle charger, this battery pack. So that was nice. Also, we could tell that it takes it easy, and when the battery gets to optimal charging temperature, it boosts the speed up. That's cool. So yeah, we got some good information on that. All right, let's summarize up. I watched CarWow recently, and I kind of like the way they do. They do 5 things that are bad and 5 things that are good. I'm gonna change it. 5 things I really hate about the car, 5 things that are really cool. To be honest with you, 5 things I really hate about the car, I can't find much. So I'm gonna use one thing twice, kinda. 5 things that I really love about the car. Tons of stuff. I can keep going actually, but let's stick with the 5 and 5. So I'll start with the 5 things that I hate. Navigation. Can't stand it. Navigation does not work. It's sporadic. It has you do U-turns. It gets off course all the time. Not a good system. Second thing, navigation again. Why? Because of size. 7-inch display. When the first generation Leaf came out, that was the standard in all cars, so it wasn't a problem. Now the standard is 9 inches or more for a display in a car. Still 7 inches? Are you kidding me? That's terrible. Another thing is the center console. Can't stand it. Digs into my knee. I have a permanent mark on my left side. It'll go away in a couple days, but it's there from the long drive we did. It was not comfortable. My left side of my knee is really in pain. A-pillars, just like on the first gen Leaf, they're identical. I thought they're gonna have them fixed by now. I thought Nissan was telling us that they're gonna have a thinner A-pillar by now. Not there yet. Now, granted, the Model 3 doesn't look any better, but still, it's kind of dangerous. And the fourth thing is the back seats. Just like the Model 3 again, the back seats have no support for under your legs, so for long trips it's not going to be very comfortable. Okay, that's the 5 bad things. 5 things I hate. 5 things I love about the car. Range. Oh my gosh, the range is incredible. And honestly, if I owned this car, I would never charge beyond 60 or 70%, and I would never go below 30%, and it would still do me fine for a whole week practically. The range is ridiculous on this car. Great. I have a feeling battery's going to last longer on this car than a first-gen Leaf for everyday drivers. For people who need traveling long distances and are using 100 kilowatt chargers, who knows about that yet? But as far as Japan goes, this car's battery will last longer than the first gen. I'm sure of it. It's incredible. Second thing I love about this car, ProPilot. They're really getting their stuff together on it. And this is I don't think this is probably the 5th generation of ProPilot by now. And it's really smooth. It's sophisticated. It's got some really nice features. One of the features I like is when you're stopped, if you're using it on regular streets and you're stopped at a light and you start going, if you give it the accelerator, you can control how quickly you want the thing to accelerate to speed. And then you just let up on the accelerator and it takes over. I like that. So if I'm doing like eco driving, because ProPilot is still a little heavy-footed. If you want to do eco driving, then you can kind of take over. It's really nice. I love that. Third thing I love a lot about this car is the round view monitor with the sonar. That's really nice, actually. Like, I love how the sonar just kicks in at any time something comes close. Like if you're turning around a corner, especially in tight streets around here, sonar will kick in from the front view. It really helps out a lot. You don't hit people's flower pots or whatever that might be in the way. That's a really nice feature. That's the third thing. Fourth thing I like a lot about the car is the storage space. It's just huge. There's lots of storage. Maybe a little bit too big in the trunk. Maybe you could have moved the trunk back a little bit, gave a little more leg room in the back, but it's really nice. It's really quite nice. And the fifth thing I really love about this car is the power. Oh my gosh, it is fun. No, it's not Tesla power, but it feels like it. They did on purpose. They gave you that torque steer on purpose, I think. It really does feel like you're like flying by the seat of your pants when you hit the accelerator in this car. A lot of fun. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching this. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it, please. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry for it's a little bit of an odd video, but I didn't have a lot of time. I had a little bit of time, and I just wanted to make a thorough range test, battery test, and also review. So I crammed it all together into one kind of Frankenstein style video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks a lot for watching. See you again soon. Bye, guys.